Right, ladies and gentlemen. I see that the knife round is currently going on, so we'll be heading into the game as soon as possible. However, quick heads up or quick recap of what happened. Anub is, of course, won by LV. That was SupaFly's map pick, so now we're heading over towards Dust 2, which is LV's map pick. However, SupaFly definitely came with a fight, as we're now heading over into the game. Boom, boom, boom. And I see it. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Now heading over into the game. It should be 1080p now, 60 FPS, so should be quite a nice stream. As I was quite surprised to see that I think we had like a 70 viewers for a little bit. Or maybe my Twitch was just bugging. But goddamn, that's a nice amount of viewers for some Benelux, yes. Into LV's map pick we go, and as we can see, they're already going very aggressive, not afraid to go for these fights. SupaFly, the first one to go for a little bit of a fight over towards middle, but there's 4 people lying in wake. They want to go aggressive as well. Jonas picks up the first, the second soon to follow. Scyther not going down just yet. Mr. OG with a backup, at least picking up before needing to back off. Sanju goes down. Mr. OG, a quick reload into the smoke he goes, and out he is. A shadow, but now corralled by 4 players, or 3 players rather, as Smith finds himself at least one of the kills onto Flare. Micromat slowly but surely making his way back, but that is dualies into a few pistols. Rico picking up the last and final kill. SupaFly up to the first. What a beginning round for SupaFly. Indeed, as you already mentioned, 3 out of 3 pistols for SupaFly, so they have been doing quite a magnificent job at that. But again, remember, this is LV's map pick, so definitely something that we'll have to watch out for. Micromat going for a little bit of a spot. They want to go quick into middle once again, but the flashbang is just a bit too good. Rico picking up 1, 2, and 3. Now 2 players left standing. SupaFly at least picking up 1. Backup is there, though. I was about to say, but Miff now getting gunned down by Micromat. SupaFly brings himself open there from the back through the smoke, and he just somehow knows exactly where to spray. SupaFly up to 2. LV putting the L in pistol. That's actually good. I like that one. Alright, a 2-round lead for SupaFly as we now head into that buy round. Cypher already brought down low. Jonas actually getting very little damage in return though, so Cypher still quite happy with this one. A flashbang through. 1 not even picked up. Rico good for it. As they're now rushing into the side. Sanju spotted playing behind that box, at least picking up 1, but now needs to drop down. Is not capable of doing so. Rico picking up the second of the round already. A boost up, however, from Myth, as he has a chance now to even pick a single one. Rico too good for it with this MP7, man. He's doing everything. Spots out SupaFly as well. They should know for a fact that he's close, but he's looking the wrong way. SupaFly picks up 2 for free, but now gets flanked from the side. Flare goes down. SupaFly, there's no possible way you bring this one back, and Jonas does not push through. He hears the reload, but he's actually not getting to the fight. That gives SupaFly a chance. Oh my god, there's no way. Why did Jonas not push? Why did Jonas not push? He's in the smoke, he hears the reload, and he's not pushing? No, I'm not saying it's fully Jonas's fault, but because indeed 3 players shouldn't have gone down there, but like I think even after all of that, Jonas should still win because he hears the reload and then doesn't push. No, I did blame Jonas as well. I blame all of them. SupaFly though, they like their tactical timeouts. Like, they are rushing through these timeouts quite easily. SupaFly definitely wanting to make sure that they're at least on the same page into that 4th round. They still have a fullback come through. 5 AKs, that is. As they have spawns to actually go into the B side, and it seems like they do want to at least try their hand at it. There's smoke already flying through. Flare not actually going towards lower tunnels, so not really committing onto anything just yet. LV rather. Setting up quite nicely, not really committing onto anything. Sanju, the one player left standing on A long, hoping hold on to a smoke walk out. Not happening anytime soon now. Predafly holding on to short, and again, LV putting that AWP in the right position. Predafly cannot connect this time though. A flashbang will make sure of that. So Rico gets flashed off of the angle as well. So for now, nothing crazy just happened. Nothing crazy happening just yet. Wow. Micromat officially the only one that didn't troll because he died already. Honestly, fair point. Fair point. Fair point. Sanju doing a little bit of an off angle, might be capable of surprising people here. Jonas seems to be aware of it though, at least holding the angle quite nicely. Sanju opening up to 2. Double up quite nice. Predafly at least picking up one more, peeks out again, and Predafly does not miss a single shot, man. The goal makes the one man left standing, and as I'm saying that, Predafly picks up a 3rd. That AWP is just not missing. Two, all tied up again. SupaFly now down in the gutter. No money to buy up into anything. Only a few pistols will have to do the job. Rico only one with Zack 9. The rest will have to do it with, I was about to say Glocks, but actually 2 of the players have balled up into a Deagle. Cypher picking up 1, picking up a 2nd. I think he spotted out a 3rd. Well, now definitely did. Jonas not wanting to try his hand at that. Immediately backs off. Flare goes aggressively, but that will not be ending anything just yet. This Flare, well, he jumped over top of the box and made his way into short. He managed to slip the net. I don't think Sanju is capable of doing anything here as, well, Myth, a bit of a spray through the smoke, but will not be getting any damage through. It's up to Flare and Jonas to do it all. Flare, oh, definitely tested. Will not be capable of at least getting a single kill. Jonas now in the 1v5. The Deagle will have to do the job, but the shots are not connecting. Sanju picks up 2 in this round. And that's LV taking the lead on their own map pick. Five rounds have passed. 6th has just kicked off. And once again, a save needing to come through from SupaFly. Tech 9s and a Mac 10. That is all they're getting into this one. Sanju actually pushing up aggressively into middle. Will at least net them 1 kill. Now backs off into short and actually capable of getting away with it. So nothing pressured just yet as he hits that molly underneath the feet. A little bit of damage dealt towards some of the players from SupaFly as they head into middle. Spot at least one of the players. Predafly gets a tag but cannot connect the kill. Mr. OG at least from the back is there to help though. Micromat together with Rico will need to do it all. They cannot get a singular kill going. Well, the only kill that they'll get is a Sanju team kill. Predafly betrayed by his own teammate. (4-2) is the scoreline. Of course, now the gap is widening a little bit. They're actually, wait, they're winning that fight immediately as the round starts. It's a good start though. Mr. OG dealing a little bit of damage in return with those mollies as Sanju wants to get aggressive, walking into the smoke, catching Rico completely off guard, goes aggressive again, but Flare quick on the trigger. Damage dealt though. Flare only left standing with 19 HP. Molly underneath the feet of Micromat, making sure he needs to get out of the corner, but guess what? Everybody is getting active over towards the side of LV. Mr. OG slowly but surely making his way down lower tunnels, but is he ready for the fight from Micromat? Of course he is. Quick tap to the dome with the MP9. Micromat goes now. Cypher spotted out for at least 1 more kill though. Flashbangs himself into A long, making sure that he can at least take a more favorable position. For SupaFly Esports now, a little bit of control over towards the A side. Flare hiding over towards short. bomb is also planted for short. So Jonas can make his way into that short side and be the backup for Flare. Maybe something can happen here. Mr. Uchi get flashbang through, needs to get something going, but the smoke will make it that much more difficult as Flare picks up the kill onto Cypher. Well, and that tells Mr. Uchi, don't try a hand at it. We have an AWP. We want to save that one into the next round. So SupaFly actually getting back to it, making it work. The third round now acquired. Anytime soon now, rather. Jonas still lurking, hunting, trying to get rid of the AWP that he knows LV will have. I don't think he'll be finding it at the end of it all. Mr. OG already too far away, hiding in T-spawn. Jonas is not close at all. (4-3) is a scoreline, and again, quite a competitive game we are having. It does seem like we want to go very quickly into the B side. Smoke already hiding, going out. Molly going out. Flashbangs coming through, and now it's up to Sanju. Flashed off of the angle, but is in a good position. 1, 2, 3. They're all walking into his crosshair. It is just beautiful for Sanju. An upgrade towards an AK, but it's actually Cypher's USPS that will do the job. Flare left standing in a 1v5. He has the AWP, but at least pick up one more into Myth, because Myth was not aware of that position. But a 1v5. After only 30 seconds into the round. That is not what you wanted to see. Flare will definitely be pressed on. Issue gets at least one more. Sanju trying to get aggressive, but no backup there, as they are definitely trying to surround him, trying to put him in a position where Flare would eventually go down. But they don't want to risk it. Don't want to risk too much, of course. You can still lose this round. There's still 1 minute left on the clock. There's still things to happen, and Flare seems to be aware of a little position. Mr. OG happens to be in that exact one. I'm not spotted just yet though. Flare drops down. He wants to try his hand and did the flashbang through and upgrade towards the AK, or swap towards the AK rather. Cypher finishing things off, and LV with a stellar beginning from Sanju, picking up quite the free round. Same thing. You heard it here first, folks. Turkin and Moroccan, they're the exact same thing. Sanju again, B holder. Onyx actually quite ahead of it though, playing quite close to the molly. You might actually not expect... Oh, Onyx actually ahead of the play, but still Sanju wins the fight. Flare through it, and it's just a spam through Sanju. He can do no wrong. No one walks into his B side unharmed. A triple kill the previous round, a double kill in this one, as he locks down the round once again. Jonas, together with Rico, still left standing. Cypher goes for an aggressive peek. Jonas brought down to 15, tries to go for at least a little bit of an aggressive hold, but Mr. OG finishing things off over towards the other side, and that's LV up to 6. (6-3), as it now does seem like LV is kicking into gear. They're stringing round after round together. It does seem like SupaFly Esports can't really get a hold of this game just yet. Sanju this time goes a little bit different though. Goes aggressive into lower tunnel. Cypher already opening up into Agonix. And again, that opener found to the side of LV. To be quite frank, it's these opening kills that are definitely making it quite a bit easier for LV to work around the map and get much more space than they should be getting, in all honesty. Cypher picking up another one onto Rico, and that leaves Jonas with Flare. Again, with it all to do. Now, Cypher at least spotted, but Jonas, that AK, always a little bit dicey to be peeking into an op. Cypher again, going for a little bit of a reposition, goes up high this time. To spot Jonas, now spotted, cannot connect the shots. Jonas at least tried his hand at getting that kill over the line. But again, Cypher is very mobile. He keeps his ult moving. He doesn't peek from the same angle twice. He wants to be surprising. He wants to catch them off guard. Jonas might be on the receiving end of this one. They're not getting aggressive just yet. Mr. OG with Myth as a backup. They both get a kill. LV with a 7th round as the reward. 7-3 now. 2 more rounds left to play. as this is looking like a bit of a throwaway round for SupaFly Esports. Not that much to bring into this one. You have a few Mech 10s, Deck 9s as well. Again, nothing really to write home about. Jonas at the helm of it, though, spots SupaFly already, and honestly, the Mech 10 doing the work. SupaFly down as quickly as he tried to get up on that box. Advantage now taken as they want to really speed it into the day side. Jonas's Mech 10 cannot deliver up another one. The upgrade is there, but the Tech 9s are doing the work though. Myth at least getting one more, not going down just yet, but left with 17 HP standing. Rico will finish the job. All of a sudden, Agonix gets active over towards middle, and that leaves Sanju with it all to do. A 1v3. He has been on a tear so far, so can he deliver more? Rico an upgraded AK. Agonix with an ult. It's not the easiest one. Spots one of the players, but it's Agonix that gets aggressive with the AWP, at least bringing it back up to a 7-4. Yo, crazy bro Sammy. Welcome, welcome, man. How you doing? One of the Senshi legends. 7-4, final round of the first half. Smith, oh, it's a little bit spicy with it. Crouches underneath the crosshair. I don't think he's been spotted, so this might work out in his favor. Kermat seems to be aware of a possible mid push though, so still needing to watch out. Do you think Microman, well no, they know for a fact that he's here. The molly underneath his feet, but he gets away in time. That leaves Jonas with a big task here. If he doesn't get rid of Myth, then all of a sudden this one might crumble down. Cypher is there for the backup though, and Myth gets out alive. Kermat is there for the backup, but cannot actually get the kill. A 4v5. As they do not get anything in return. Myth is there for free. Predafly opens up with the AWP. A 5v3 as he looks away, but it's just a little bit too slow on the sensitivity. Cannot look back in time. And you could see how hard he was swiping to get back on the right angle. But it does seem like the sensitivity was a little bit of an issue there. However, a 2v3 in favor of LV for now. Does seem like SupaFly Esports wants to try their hand at an A-side execute. Mr. OG already hiding over towards that car. Hiding in the corner. Getting a bit more of the closer angle. It's not one of the best spots because honestly you could get pre-fired here. You could get mollied out of the corner as well. Yeah, I think Mr. OG has heard something because he has called over his teammates. Cypher goes aggressive. Yeah, this is just a perfect setup. Looks away in time. Myth is there for the backup as well. LV up to 8. Lokale Vuurwolven for now looking quite scary, to be honest. They are on fire. Don't seem to be doing anything wrong. But now an important round again, though. 4-8. Not the biggest of gaps just yet, but it's all going to come down to this upcoming pistol round. If the pattern keeps going, then we might see SupaFly win once again, because for now they have been 3-3. They have won all pistol rounds in all map and in both of the maps so far. They'll need to win another one if they want to make this one competitive, because don't win this one and all of a sudden you're looking at double digits maybe for LV, and they have made the right decision. They're getting into that A side. Honestly, Jonas opening up is a good one though. Myth brought down to very low HP, and all of a sudden this one is looking quite good for SupaFly. Jonas goes aggressive, goes up onto the boxes, well, spots Myth but cannot convert it into a kill, and now gets pressed from the other side. Sanju cannot do anything as well, and somehow Jonas winning that fight. It's happening all over the map. Jonas gets aggressive throughout the smoke, but that leaves SupaFly all of a sudden with Cypher. Cypher's there for the backup, but all of a sudden it looked so good, but now Agonix in the 1v2 with the release cannot convert it into a round. And the first pistol round picked up for LV in this entire best of 3. It is such an important one, or it was such an important one for SupaFly. Lose this one, and all of a sudden now, well, a 4-9, a conversion round on the horizon for Lokale Vuurwolven. Double digits, almost surely being added to the tally here. Did I caster curse them, guys? Like, did I might have just caster cursed them, didn't I? You know what? I'm sorry, SupaFly. I shouldn't have said anything about it. You know what? My bad. You can blame me for that one. I'm going next. Oh my god, the Swag 7, the first one picked up. Can he get anything more though? Nope, he cannot. Mr. G. Micromat going through the smoke. Well, at least a little bit of damage dealt, but not the kill coming through. Flare coming for some jump shots. Hold on, he does connect. Jonas from the back, and that leaves it to a 2v2. Flare goes aggressive. The shots are not connecting. Predatorfly goes down. Oh my god, wait, this one is competitive. Mr. OG getting rid of Flare. Now one more player yet to find. Jonas brought down oh so low. The Glock will need to finish the things off. Upgrade towards the Swag 7. We started off with the Swag 7 kill. We will end it with a Swag 7 kill. The double digits have been acquired for LV. But damn, was this a close round once again. He's just catching up. Guys, you're shit talking Jonas a whole lot here. Now is his time. His redemption arc. Jonas goes aggressive. No, never mind. You know, hey, it's my bad. I cast cursed him. It's not even his fault. Don't flame him. It's not his fault. Micromat. And close to the corner. If bests him though. Konix. Why is the Konix having a machine gun, bro? Like, well, it's not going to end up in much. Mr. OG picks up another one. Rico, the one man left standing. Spots Smith, but cannot even convert that one into a kill. 11th picked up by LV. Why are they all turrets? 4-11 though. 2 more rounds needed for LV to close things out. As it's now looking highly likely that LV could be closing this one out anytime soon now, because they are... Oh my god, wait, what a setup. He goes aggressive at Gonix. Well, not out of the game immediately because of those 2 nades. Acromat rotating over, but... Predatorfly, man, like, at least give them a chance. Hello? Jonas goes aggressive, Sanju wins this fight. Blair left standing with a deagle, trying to at least get a kill onto Sanju, but even that will not be converted. The 12th picked up, match point picked up by LV. And yeah, I think this one might be over. It's not looking too good anymore. Predatorfly is hitting some zingers. Kills are not really going the way of SupaFly at all anymore. 4-12 scoreline, meaning 8 chances. Close things out as well. Not looking too great for SupaFly. But SupaFly fans, don't give up just yet. You never know. Maybe they made the greatest comeback of a lifetime. Flare flashed off of the angle. Almost manages to time the shot well. Rico is there for the backup though, so at least gets the opener of the round. Myth receiving end on that one. Butterfly, not afraid to go for these peaks. We know him. Let's this up. Be quite aggressive. As Flare has repositioned himself, so still has an angle on this short play. Although the advantage in favor of SupaFly. Smoke through, second smoke into CT goes. So they're actually dropping into CT. I was about to say, but Microrat fully aware of that one. Sanju not even getting a chance. Flare gets up, peeks one, gets one kill in return, and even dropping into cover. All of a sudden, he can start doing things. Mr. OG gets caught off guard, and that leaves Cypher all in a 1v4. He gets one onto Flare. That's 91 HP though, so a chance there still is, but in a 1v4, that chance is very small. Gonix still playing with that machine gun, bro. What is happening? Into short. Oh, Rico. I was about to say completely caught off guard, but it's actually a spray from Cypher that is just not connecting at all. A good reaction, at least bringing the 5th onto the board. So a little bit of a lifeline left for SupaFly. SupaFly tries his hand at winning this mid battle for now though. No commitment from any of the players from SupaFly just yet. Smoke flies out, a molly flies out, Myth slowly but surely trying to get into a good position. Oh, Myth, not really understanding where that nade even came from, but will be finding the first onto Rico though. So all of a sudden that opener again to the side of LV, and we have seen that time and time again. Whenever that opener goes the way of a certain team, they'll finish things out. But Myth, oh my god, Jonas gets active. 1, 2, and now tries the spray, but cannot convert it into another kill. At least a double kill though, bringing it back down to a 3v3. So much space already taken by Lokale Vuurwolven so far as smoke flies out. Sanju getting caught off guard, and it's a Konix's machine gun that actually does the job quite well. Fly picking ahead of the smoke, minimating that fight over towards Flare. Mr. G spots out Micromat, drops down. He's hurt though. 2v2, but it's also close. Run through it. And that Molly making sure that he cannot do just yet. Fly is there for the backup though, and that's 2 kills. Going in quick succession for LV, as it will take this game 2-0. I have to say it was a well thought out game. It was a well thought out best of 3. Honestly, the first map very close, 13-11, and honestly, thinking about it, if SupaFly would have gotten that across the finish line, winning that one, all of a sudden we would be looking at a 1-1. And we might have been headed towards that decider, but unfortunately, at the very end of it all, Dust 2, it's a bit too much of a task to handle. LV doing quite the good job on that one, so they'll be moving up further into the semi-finals, as we're now going to be headed towards a small little break. Waiting for that next match to start, of course. And that will be LBOMBA against Myth Esports. So the number 2 seed against the number 7 seed. So still, yeah, quite a nice matchup ahead of us. So I wouldn't be going anywhere just yet, but we'll be heading into a little bit of an intermission. I think about 15 minutes, and then we should be back with the second best of 3. Thank you all for watching so far. Be back in time for the second best of 3. And yeah, see you then. Bye-bye. Alright, alright. You're all asking, where's the game? Where's the game? But no one is asking, how is the game? Huh? How about that? How about that? How about that? How is the game? Huh? How about that? The game is there soon, guys. The game is there soon. Everybody has joined into the servers. For the viewers waiting, well, they can wait a little longer. They can wait a little longer. In Zakari Bournemouth. Welcome, Chinese people. This game is fixed, so I hope your bets are placed correctly. Imagine. What am I not imagining? No, sorry. I will give you a little bit of info, of course. The best of 3. We have one more in store for you guys. It will be LBOMBA against Myth Esports. Now, of course, as I already mentioned before, that is the 2nd seed against the 7th one. So, LBOMBA being the 2nd seed. So, of course, eyes on LBOMBA. Now, I do think this time, not every single prediction actually went towards LBOMBA. I think 2 went towards Myth. I don't want to put my money on it, but I think 2 people actually predicted Myth to win this one, so at least a little bit of a difference between all of the people that did predictions. Now, I can already tell you, this best of 3, we will first be headed towards Dust 2. That one was picked up by Myth Esports, and then we'll be headed towards a little thing called LBOMBA. No, I'm kidding. We'll be heading towards Ancient. That one was picked up by LBOMBA. And if we do get towards our 3rd map, that should be Anubis. So if I'm not mistaken, we're seeing the exact same maps as previous best of 3, only in different order. This time we'll for sure see Ancient, but there's not a certainty on Anubis. Previous time we didn't see Ancient, even though that was the decider. Alright, I see that we are in a little thing called the knife round, so I'll be heading over towards the game. As everything should be set up already. Now, there's 2 players that I'm there's a few players that I'm very known to, but 2 players that I'm very much known to, and that is Wumbo and you. I casted for KRC Hank Esports before. Hey yo, LBOMBA wins the knife round? Ain't no way. Who would have expected that one? Alright, now in terms of Dust 2, we saw it we saw it a little bit before here, but saw it a little bit before, or a few minutes before Dust 2 again. Now in terms of stats, apparently Dust 2 is a tiny weeny tiny bit T-sided. So yeah, let's see if that's the case. Oh, hold on. I need to swap up a little bit. I have LBOMBA on the left side because they're starting on that CT side, and Myth Esports over towards the right. Army Potent already going for those jump shots. Wumbo, you little cheeky bugger. Already getting a little dink onto Army Potent, left standing with 4 HP, so a huge start so far for LBOMBA, not really getting anything in return. Wumbo goes aggressive over towards the mid play, cannot connect a few of the shots though. Madden, I mean, you will be the first one going down, at least Madden getting 1 kill in return. A 4v4 it still is in this pistol round. LBOMBA is rotating pieces around already. And 2 players stacked up over towards the B side I was about to say, but it's actually Wumbo getting aggressive over towards middle again, picking up 2. FSM goes down, a 3rd one. Fighting Cruel, cannot quite finish it. Cruel now overwhelmed. At least Luke picking up the kill onto Wumbo. On a 1v3 left standing. His way towards the B side, but he's running into fouls. You're not holding on to the angle though, so Luke actually a chance here to make it into that side. Fouls well, at least spots the player, gives up the B side, but they know for a fact they have a 3v1, so they want to go for the retake if need be, at least as quickly as possible. Fouls will be pushing out, making sure that the plant does not come through. The pistol round picked up by LBOMBA. A very much great start for them. Yeah, better than you. Micah is my goat. The beach volleyball goal. LBOMBA picking it up is around quite a good start for them, as they do want to get aggressive once again over towards that mid site. Yum this time running it down middle. The smoke will at least give them a little bit of coverage. FSN, at least a dink in return. 62 HP left standing. Still wants to go aggressive, but he's running into entire stack. Yum getting at least a second before going down. The backup should be there though. Fouls goes aggressive, cannot convert it into a singular kill. Madden is there as well, but now he gets hesitant. Doesn't want to push up too far, but does want to make sure these guns do not get into the hands. Wimbo is there for the backup and does deliver quite a nice one. And Madden with two little nice stabs to the heads of both Luke and Army Potent will be locking things down. Myth Esports not capable of turning that conversion round into a disaster for LBOMBA. They will make sure that one gets sealed quite cleanly. 2 rounds picked up in a row. Yum already upgraded towards the AWP, something that we haven't seen too often. If I would have expected someone to be playing the AWP, it would have been Wimbo, but I'm guessing Yum has a spawn closer towards that long side, so a bit of a better chance to get the opener. Luke taking control over towards lower tunnel. Cruel hiding behind the smoke, not pushing in too long just yet. And Wimbo, oh, somehow finding the kill through the smoke, and the opener again going the way of LBOMBA. Luke went for a jump peek, but I don't think he actually spotted anything. The flashbang comes through, goes for a second peek again. For now, not spotting Wimbo just yet, but they're inching closer and closer. Wimbo quicker on the trigger, but cannot convert it into a kill. Luke alive. I wants to go aggressive, but he's peeking into a possible Yum up. When I get aggressive towards middle again, Wimbo not afraid to take these fights. Army Potent, can you deliver it into a kill though? Wimbo a little bit too aggressive maybe. Army Potent still standing with 40 HP. Back down to the 4v4 we go, as he does want to reconnect with his teammates. Madden still left standing in middle. Again, just the pure confidence coming through from some of these LBOMBA players. Not afraid to take the fights. Heading towards that short, aka A site though, as, well, at least New Hope gets 1 kill already. Yum misses the first op shot. Cruel is capable of dealing with New Hope, and now Yum in a whole lot of trouble. 3 players heading towards his way. Fouls at least with a backup, as Original Bar pushes in, Yum comes down. All of a sudden, the 1v2. Fouls in the smoke to make his way up the boxes. He actually is capable of doing so, so Original Bar might get caught off guard, but a good connection with the AK will at least make sure that Myth Esports brings up one onto the board. So at least a little bit of resurgence in the 3rd round. The full buy actually going the way of Myth Esports is a good start for them at least. As you can see, LBOMBA, well, in terms of the money department, not looking too good. Madden and New Hope, the only one capable of actually buying any weapons, good weaponry, or decent weaponry rather, into the next round. As Omnipon is hiding behind the molly, trying to at least get the gun, but honestly, not really connecting the shots, not quick enough on the trigger this time. Wimbo, together with Fouls, have control over tunnels for now. Won't be pushed out of it, so quite a bit of space taken for LBOMBA, as now with Esports, they will need to find a way back into things, or they may want to just go the other side. Same time though, the fact of the matter is that this space has been taken, so there is a chance that LBOMBA goes towards the other side. Stacks up over there for now. It seems like they're doing just that. 3 players over towards the A side. Wimbo flashed off the angle, but doesn't actually release a shot, making himself known. New Hope now tested. Flashbang through. 5-7 does not really connect. The backup is there from New Hope, though, at least getting 1 in return before needing to back off, and that leaves Cruel with it all to do over towards the other side. Brings up 2 kills. At least still the numbers advantage in favor of Myth Esports, but now New Hope gets active. He wants to make sure that this rotation does not come through. Army Potent, first one to peek into it. MP9 already gunning down the AWP is not what you want to have as Myth Esports, as New Hope is fully aware that there's a possibility for a player behind him. On the board, only managed to find a timing where no one sees each other. Yum making meets and killing Cruel. All of a sudden it's up to Original Bard in a 1v2. He has an AK though, so a possibility for sure. But only with 15 seconds on the clock, he needs to be quick. Can't really afford to stand still. Yum goes down. The backup is there already from New Hope. And even though Bart opens up onto quite a nice one, he will be gunned down right after. LBOMBA up to 3. Shit, you motherfucker. I'm not reading any... Oh, no, actually, I said... No, 3 is all they get. I got you, Bart. I got you. Bro hiding in the smoke. Has to go out, but New Hope is, well, fully locked into that one, so quite an easy kill back up in the earlier stages of the round. Towards Madden, holding over towards middle. Bart now spotted out. Madden opens up quite nicely. 3 players from Myth Esports gunning it down this middle part of the map. Important already, well, brought down to 37 because of a well-placed nade. See everybody on Myth Esports not looking too great. I'm a little bit worse for where actually Luke is still full HP, but and that much to work with as FSN is slowly but surely making his way onto short, and I think Wembo has spotted that one, but FSN actually connecting the shot quite nicely, so all of a sudden we're looking at a 3v4, even an upgraded towards an Emperor 1 as FSN wants to get active, goes ahead of the smoke with New Hope, too good for it. Luke for the backup, but cannot convert it into a kill either. Army Potent 1v4, hoping to catch a glimpse, but it's New Hope that catches a glimpse a little bit earlier. Army Potent goes down. USPS connecting quite nicely. 4 rounds now for LBOMBA. This time a bit more of a spread out formation from Myth Esports. 3 players over towards B tunnels. Rose still holding on to a possible flank from A long. Sen trying to catch a glimpse of people rushing down middle, but for now LBOMBA is holding passively. They're not really pushing into it at all. Wembo, well, first time that we might see him play with the AWP for now, because the first time we saw an AWP in play for LBOMBA was Yoon. Spotting off a chance to get the opener of the round, does not connect the shot though, and now Luke making sure that a new smoke is in place. Makes his way over towards Catwalk for now, not pushing up any further though, just hoping that someone might walk into his crosshair. Be waiting for Original Bar to actually group up with him and then together. Oh, just a very slow round, nothing too major happening. Cruel now walking out, hoping to catch the timing onto Yoon, but he has already made his way into a position where you can't really get him out that easily. And they have quite a nice crossfire setup. Cruel goes through, the backup is there, Yoon will be able to pick up. And just because of a little bit of a position difference, 4v5 it is. They're making their way into middle, but they don't have a smoke. And if Wembo drops down with that AWP, it's always a bit of a dangerous one. New Hope, at least Fowl's picking up one. New Hope picking up another one. Even him standing in a 2v5. Luke into the B side he goes, but he doesn't know where to look. FSN gets crowded as well. Madden picking up a double. And LBOMBA up to 5. And it always gets so awkward, right? Like, you play passive for like 1 minute to 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden you realize that you need to start being a bit more aggressive, but then you're starting to push into these already set up turrets with our LBOMBA players. Free for LBOMBA clan. Wembo this time going aggressive into lower tunnels though with the AWP, needs the backup, at least opens up, but the backup is there. You picking up one before he goes down. If Ascend now widely known, Wembo will be able to finish things off, and that leaves Original Bard in a 1v4 with the Tech 9. Cannot even get a kill on Wembo. USPS doing the job quite nicely. 6 rounds in a row now for LBOMBA. As they are looking on fire. Myth Esports still trying to find the answer to this puzzle. Now not really finding it at all. This time it is a huge mid play, it seems. Trying to take as much mid control as possible. 5 players invested into that as well. Ollie's invested, Util invested. Flashbang above Luke to try and at least get a peek into what should be a possible player from LBOMBA, but actually no one's playing short for now. Lots of mid space taken again, but LBOMBA not really scared just yet. Wumbo just rotating over towards middle, hoping for a possible timing. Well, a tag up it is onto FSN, but he'll live to tell the tale just yet. You can see Esports, they're not really sure of things. They want to into catwalk, they want to get some things going, but everything feels a bit like a death sentence for now because they don't really have the answer. Wumbo opening up onto Army Potent, Cruel at least getting one in return onto Madden. But now New Hope spotted out. Cruel sacrificing Luke so he can at least get another one. 2v3 now. They have the A side under control, but do they have the bomb to play with? The answer is no. Bomb is stuck in middle. LBOMBA has full control over that one. Wumbo taking more and more space. Original Bar at least picking up one more on fouls, but now Wumbo has already positioned himself for this possible A long flank. Cruel not aware of it just yet. Wumbo click on the trigger. Will be picking up that one. That leaves Original Bar in a 1v2. Push up from his right. Not aware. You finishing things off, and LBOMBA up to 7. Hey, yo, Yum! Stop it! Stop it, Yum! Calm down. I would say that's not how I know you, but that's exactly how Yum is. I would like to say that that's not the Yum I know, but that's exactly how Yum is. 7-1. A little bit of a Brazil scoreline. Looking too great for Myth Esports just yet, but of course with that loss bonus, definitely capable of buying up just yet again 4 rifles to work with. Army Potent relegated towards an SSG though, so not the best sniper you can hit. Can have Roller, but a headshot is a headshot. Bounce, you cheeky bugger. What the fuck was that, bro? Bro makes an XM work. I'm surprised. Luke is at least there for the backup though. Wumbo goes aggressive once again. He's not afraid for these peaks, but this time it might be his demise as he does manage to find the kill with the Tech 9. Wumbo cutting through. Wumbo, man, how is this guy so aggressive? Army Potent in a 1v3, but it's Fouls' XM. Fouls! You are shooting the guy from double doors. This man is making the shotgun look like a sniper. What is this XM range, bro? Tactical timeout now called by Myth Esports. And I think a much needed one. You are already 7 rounds down. Don't have that much money anymore. Do you want to go for a little bit of a low buy into a full buy into for the next round? Does seem like that is the case though. Kevlar balled up by Myth Esports. Having a few deagles to work with, but not actually going down that 2k mark. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. That is insane. Took a quick squeak for my drink. Wumbo again set up in quite a good position, holding onto the A long side with the ult. 5 players waiting for him as well, but Wumbo again going aggressive, almost opening up onto FSM, but actually a missed shot. Maybe not something that we know from him. We'll swap over towards the Tech 9. Utility pull out at the wrong time, and that leaves New Hope with it all to do. 5 players in front of him, 2 already picked up. Can he pick up any more though? Nate coming through, but now needs to watch out. Can he pick up one more before going down? New Hope goes aggressive, a 3rd picked up, and the backup from Yum is there. This man sprinted from all the way from middle, all the way towards his teammate, but comes in time to be the savior. LBOMBA up to 9, only losing a singular player in this 5-man A-long push. There's only 2 more rounds left to be played on this first half. An opponent now with the AWP. Gonna go aggressive with Yum, actually in a little bit of an angle that he might have not expected. Molly underneath the feed. Army opponent needs to leave this one ASAP. Smith, well, what do you want to do in this one? It seems like have lower control. Yum already making his way up to catwalk. A flashbang through, wants to get aggressive, but not really caring about lower tunnel. Into a good position to at least make sure that he doesn't get traded out. At least keeps going aggressive. Yum picks up 2 before being flashed off. And Aiden underneath the feet of Luke, but he actually goes aggressive, so he might not expect this one. Yum picks up a 3rd and hungry for more. Wumbo is the one that will actually be finishing that one off. Cruel now in the 1v5. with the AK though, over towards Long. Cannot win the fight against New Hope. LBOMBA up to 10. And there's not much to say about this one. It's just pure and utter dominance coming through from LBOMBA. Only losing the first full buy round, which was arguably a bonus round for LBOMBA as well. But ever since then, they've just been on a tear. The last round in this first half of play, it could very well be that LBOMBA finishes things off in this first half with 11-1. They go aggressive again. 3 players invested. From LBOMBA over towards middle as Myth Esports fully invest into this long push. They have quite a bit of control, but the smoke is at least a little bit of issues for them. So they need to push through it. Wimbo up on the ledge. Oh, completely caught off guard. This one might actually work in favor of Myth Esports. FSN with 2. And all of a sudden a 2v5 now required from LBOMBA as Foul's already making his way through T-spawn. This one is looking very good. But lose this one and that might be such a disaster. Foul pushes through, not aware of Army Potent being in the corner. Madden now left standing with 31 HP in the 1v5. If this man can somehow win this one, what a crazy clutch it would be. Not allowed to. Original Bart stopping things right there and then. A second round picked up for Myth Esports as they at least grant themselves one more round in the first half. Yeah, it's just it's just dominance all around. I don't really know what more to say about this game. LBOMBA just looking very strong. Seems like a mid crunch play. Yuma already opening up onto the opponent quite early into this one. If FSN goes aggressive, picks up one before going down by Yuma as well. So 4v3 it is as they want to make it their way towards that A side. Seems like it's the right decision as well. No one from Myth Esports actually defending it anymore. Hume, not as aggressive as ever, jumps down into CT, not with a single bit of backup. At least giving them a 3v3, but well, you know the LBOMBA players, they are aggressive. Wumbo again goes for a peek, winning the fight over towards Original Bart, fully flushed now, but a flashbang set up to make him go into CT, and Wumbo takes that one quite nicely. It's actually somehow Luke winning that one, but then the full-on run again coming through from New Hope. That is LBOMBA up to 11. Two more rounds needed for them to close things out. Mind you, this is Myth Esports' map pick. This is a map pick where Myth Esports is supposed to be very comfortable in. Supposed to be a little bit more advantageous. So far, LBOMBA. Okay. Okay, FSN. Okay, FSN. A little bit more of that. Come on. Come on. One more. Give me more. Down again. Not yet. Inching their way closer and closer though. Foul's very close now. The Khalil spray does not connect. And it's actually FSN bringing up another one. So I've been asking for a little bit of time now as they get aggressive over towards ramp. Wimbo and Madden each getting a kill. All of a sudden Luke, Original Bart, they have to do it all. Luke, Original Bart rather, will be the first one that has been found out. Wimbo winning that fight. Luke now hiding in the corner with an MP down. Spotted out. The spam through the smoke will be enough. New Hope picking up that last kill. LBOMBA up to match point. 12-2. Again. Domination is the name of the game. All around battering is the name of the game. LBOMBA showing why they're number 2. Why they got number 2 seat. They want to finish things off on Dust 2 with a great and an old classic. Raj B, Suka, Bliat, Arma, Potent. Oh, cannot connect the first shot as they actually want to go aggressive. They're not afraid to go for these fights anymore. Luke is there for the backup though. Cannot connect it into another kill. Barda's there for the last one. I was about to swap over towards Cruel, but even he cannot connect the shot. A 13-2 sweep from LBOMBA in the first game. What a game, man. Holy I cannot swear too much. I cannot swear too much, so we're not going to do that. Now I need to think. The next map is, of course, Ancient. We're headed over towards the map pick of LBOMBA. So definitely something that is a little bit dicey. Hopefully, Myth Esports can kick into gear as well, because otherwise this might be a very quick one, and we don't really want to say goodbye to teams in this type of way. But yeah, first map, Domination. What happened here? What the fuck? Wait, what happened to my cam? Hello? Why is this? Huh? Is it because I'm in... Wait, if I go in studio mode, my cam just does that. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, that was the first game, of course, or first map, of course. We're going to be headed over into a little bit of an intermission. Probably going to head into the ancient map ASAP. So be there, be a square, and everything around it. Hopefully you're enjoying this one so far. I'll be back in a minute. See you then. Alright. Y'all were asking for the next game. We are headed into the next game, baby. You see my face for 2 seconds. We are in game. Hello. Boom. Knife fight on the way already. As this one, of course, is going to go the way of LBOMBA. Wait. Oh. Well, it's not swapped up yet. I was really confused. It should have been moved. But yeah, Myth Esports winning that knife round, now having the chance to start or to choose on which side they're going to start. Of course, that choice was already made. CT is the side that Myth is going to start now. Now, let's think back to what happened. It was a 13-2 or 3, I think 2, if I'm not mistaken, for LBOMBA on Myth Esports' map pick. Now we're headed over towards Ancient, which is, of course, LBOMBA's map pick. So, definitely something that LBOMBA should be comfortable on. But, however, they're running into a little bit of a stack pool. Cannot connect the shots just yet. At least picking up one before going down. Luke hasn't done it with dualies, though, so only a possibility there. But now making himself known, Madden actually losing his life just before he can get the bomb planted. And that's a whole lot of kills going the way of Myth Esports. All of a sudden, right back into it. Fouls down in a 1v4, I was about to say, as he picks up the first one. 3 more players yet to find. Peeks out. A tap to the dome of FSN. Damage dealt. No kill coming through. Fouls. Very clutch it would be. Picks up one. Original Bart is there for the backup. Flash now off the angle. Jumps into safety though. Goes back out. To single out these fights, but it's also difficult. Army Potent and Original Bart now grouped up together. As Original Bart goes for a few peeks, making himself known. Original Bart will be able to finish things off. And Myth Esports actually picking up the first one. Mr. Round going the way of Myth Esports. A good start for them. And a much needed start for them if they're headed into the map pick of LBOMBA. See, just the sprays through the smokes. Or the spamming through the smokes, rather. Now beautifully for Myth Esports. Now LBOMBA, well, nothing much to do rather than just full on safe. Or maybe a little bit of a quick play into B side. Nade already underneath the feet of Wimbo, but Wimbo actually managing to not get hit that much by the nade. However, the second one will hit the mark. But down to only 42 HP. They're headed towards K. Army Potent now the head of it though. Using the molly to make sure that the push does not come through just yet. So for now, LBOMBA baiting out quite a bit of util already. Where are they headed right after though? FSN at least spotting Madden, but now, well, tapped in return, dropped down to 3 HP. And these pistols are definitely dealing quite a bit of damage, but if they're walking into Cruel, it might get dangerous. However, they decide to not go into Donut. So 5v5 it still is. Myth Esports is trying to get aggressive, trying to get in front of the play. Army Potent now definitely surrounded. They need to watch out because if they're pushing into at least each other, at least one picked up before going down. But now the B side execute is starting to happen. Coming through already. New Hope goes down and it's all the kills going the way of Myth Esports. The one man left standing in 1v4 rather required as Army Potent is still alive with 7 HP. The only Glock in hand. This one is most likely over already. Army Potent spotted out Hume. Luke finishing things up. Myth Esports up to 2. And a much better start for them. Now the full buy coming through though. Another important round for Myth if they want to keep this win streak going. Oh. Misclick. That 4-man strong over towards that B side. They're really banking on this being a B execute. FSN, the one player over towards A. As so much noise has been heard already, so surely LBOMBA has an inkling of an idea that this is a very much stacked B side. I've taken control over middle quite a bit though. Fouls definitely in a position where they might not expect him just yet, but in all honesty, knowing that they have this much mid control, they should have at least a little bit of an idea that there's a possibility for a player of LBOMBA to be pushed up this close. First one picked up going the way of Myth Esports though, so at least, again, a little bit of an advantage taken. Wimbo now spotted and the Original Bart goes aggressive, trying to catch Wimbo off guard, but too quick on the trigger this time. Meatball right behind it and not go for the trade, and now, well, kind of left to his own demise. He's close to Juliano, but with the util flying out, already getting caught off guard by Hume as well. And Luke has been holding on to middle for so long, but now needs to press out. cannot convert it into a kill. FSN at least picking up fouls. That was holding on to the mid rotation, but 3 players left standing for LBOMBA with full B control. FSN and Cruel are just holding for these exit frags. You can see it. They're not looking to actually go for the take here, or I would be surprised if they do. FSN goes a tad bit more aggressive than I would have expected him though, so maybe a chance here. Wumbo, no. Crosshair placement is a tad bit too perfect. Quick on the trigger as well. Cruel now left standing in the 1v3, hoping that LBOMBA players might be running towards CT and snack up a freebie. Will not happen this time though. So LBOMBA, after a pretty well played round, picking up their first round in the third of the first half. Even only Cruel standing with an AK to save into the next round. Round number 4 it is. LBOMBA looking to extend these rounds into a winning streak. Myth Esports trying to stop them right before that happens, of course. This time a bit more space taken by Myth Esports, but again the middle fully under control by LBOMBA. Not afraid to go for these peaks because they know for a fact that no one can be close. And Nate through it. Original Bar will not be on the receiving end, but Yum actually pushing into this one. Luke should pick up a freebie, and even the second one, Hope not ready for that one, at least capable of getting a little trait. Manon is good enough for it though. A 3v3. As Army Potent is a singular player over towards that B side, Util flying out, and I think quite a bit of space already taken. Army Potent not letting go of this angle just yet. He's not looking behind him. Wumbo goes through it. Army Potent does not look around in time. That's the B side not fully under control, but guess what? Fouls. The player taking control over the A side. Now the lost player spotted. Fouls. Man, that could not be seen. Completely in an angle that he might not expect him, that he did not expect him to come from, as Fouls is already showing what Benelux is all about. A little bit of toxicity coming through, a little bit of spraying of the body. We're all tied up again, 2-2. This is always when I feel a little bit scared, you know? It was the same exact thing with the previous game as well. Pretty decent start, you win that bonus round like you're supposed to, and all of a sudden, you're looking at a very different game. LBOMBA kicking into gear. Madden goes aggressive. The flashbang setup I was about to say was perfect, but now the backup should be there. Yum getting aggressive. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fifth one yet to be picked up. That's FSN making sure that the ace does not come through, but cannot get anything more going. Wumbo finishing things off as LBOMBA take the lead for the first time in this ancient map. Minus Mike and our Hume as well, or the downgate. What was the Dust 2 score? It was 13-2, if I'm not mistaken, for LBOMBA. Yeah, it was quite a one-sided affair. Hume getting aggressive into the molly he goes, but yeah. Again, a very quick round from LBOMBA, and it's just these trades are set up perfectly by this team. If one takes a fight, the other one is always there to immediately go for a trade if need be. Always a backup ready. As Original Bar definitely pressed here. Yum goes aggressive at least. Original Bar picking up one. Yum a bit too low to go for the fight. The 2v3 now required for them to even bring this third onto the board. But again with the B side fully under control. A flashbang over. Army Potent now in a whole lot of trouble. Aggressive it is. At least picks up Wumbo. I was about to combine Yum and Wumbo. But got traded out. Original Bar now left standing over towards Temple. Bard in the 1v2. Oh, clears the wrong corner. Madden picking up a freebie. Bard going down, and LBOMBA up to 4. Yumbo. Hey, Yumbo. Hold on. Dutch store. You already know. Now, what I was about to say is these are the times when I get scared, right? Because LBOMBA, it was the previous game as well. They win the first two, lose the third, and then all of a sudden they kick into gear. Now they lose the first two, but all of a sudden they kick into gear now, so... I'm always a little bit scared as Cool's hiding in a little bit of a runner, goes aggressive, but I can actually not get a singular kill. FSN though, with the 5-7, picking up 2, maybe a third. New Hope survives with 3 HP. Again, the A side fully taken. Luke goes aggressive though, gets into the smoke, does not decide to push through just yet though. Wimbo works at Yumbo, I do that as well. I'm hoping I get fired though. What? I mean, my balls is an asshole, I'm not kidding. Luke. On top of the side. Tries his hand at it, but fouls. Clean shot. Army Potent hiding with the taser. Hold on, are we going to get a taser kill? Taser! Oh. I was getting so excited too, man. I was getting so excited too. I was getting so excited too, man. I thought it was for sure a taser kill. Oh. 5 rounds now picked up in a row for LBOMBA. Seems like they've definitely kicked into gear once again. Smith Esports all left stranded. Again, grasping for these answers. How are you going to go into this one there? Again, just quickly into the B side. This time, however, it might go the way of Myth Esports. And as I'm saying that, all of a sudden, all of these bodies are dropping towards the favor of LBOMBA. Doom wants to go aggressive. FSN right ahead of it though. Fouls in a bit of an aggressive spot. Does not win the fight. At least down to the 1v1. But FSN is down to 19 HP as well. So much noise made. New Hope basically has to play off of the noise that FSN is making. I think FSN is aware that he's just pushed up through. And yeah, this should be a free pickup. New Hope bringing down the dreams of Myth Esports. LBOMBA up to 6. Esports again still had to find a way to actually stop this aggressiveness from LBOMBA. They can't really find the answer to it. But again, it's also just not the easiest of things. Nuke goes aggressive this time, manages to find the kill, but Madden delivers up a double. And as soon as you start, as soon as this finishes, Wimbo holding on for a possible A main push, at least gets one kill. Not aware of a second one though, so at least Army Potent should pick up a freebie here. Wimbo completely caught off guard, and that's at least the bomb in the hands of Army Potent. That's standing with 100 HP, but there's so many people surrounding him. He needs to find 3 as well. Fouls ready in the back. Fouls aware of this possible position. Seems like he is aware of it, but Army Potent will be winning that one with full HP. One underneath his feet. At least quite close to it. Trying to dwindle down the clock. Army Potent needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Spots out Madden. Now should know for a fact that there's 2 players here, but Madden with a quick turn picks up a third in this round. 7th acquired from LBOMBA rather. Not only Stomp Space, I mean Ansel. I'd hate to pop your bubble, but it's looking quite like it. Aggressiveness, but it's immediately punished by LBOMBA. Owl's bringing himself down to 50 HP. FSN goes for an aggressive peek, Madden goes down, but all of a sudden now Cool in a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, he just gets burned to a crisp. Can't even get anything going. Is everyone else from Myth Esports with it all to do with 3v4? Doom bench is the best. Luke, at least the trait from Original Bart coming through. As Army Potent now has a chance, but Wimbo a step too quick. Hard in a 1v2. Bomb not in favor of, not in the hands of LBOMBA at all. Fouls hiding in CT, and he has his knife out. Is this motherfucker trying to go for a knife kill? Okay, he's not. Language, please. I'm sorry, Belt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is this magnificent player? No, because that makes it sound like I'm biased. So, is this player going for a knife kill? 30 seconds left on the clock. Original Bart hoping to find the timing on one of the players of LBOMBA, but as that bomb goes down, he should realize that they are playing together. This becomes quite a difficult one though, because Fouls is set up for a possible push into CT. New Hope holding on to all of the entrances of the A side. Donut, A main as well. Locked into Donut, so at least Original Bart now making his way onto the side, but not aware of New Hope's position though. Pushes through. Oh, it's actually a jump through. Original Bart maybe good forward. The smoke into it. But they cannot commit to a stick. Fouls a bit too quick for it this time. LBOMBA up to 8 and 2 more rounds left to play. In this first half, it was indeed a nice try from Original Bart, but Fouls a little bit too close to the bomb for that to work. And then he doesn't go for the knife. True. Actually true. Again, aggressive mid-play. Hassan actually picking up the first though. The nade's doing quite a good job. Wimbo already losing his life very early into this round. And this might be the round that Myth Esports need though. Talk about it. We have talked about it. These openers. Definitely being the difference makers. Again, Hume pushing into the B side, going a bit too aggressive with no backup. New Hope picking up FSN, but brought down to 4 HP, so still highly advantageous for Myth Esports. They are set up in the right place. 3 players from LBOMBA, very close to B side, and quite honestly, they do have to win this one. Fouls is 12, New Hope is 4. Valve's actually almost managing to find the timing. Luke finds almost 2, but that leaves Madden with 20 HP in a 1v3. Free fire spot. Is Cruel actually winning this fight? 3-8. Myth Esports at least bring one more onto the board. Last and final round of this first half. A chance for Myth Esports to at least bring the scoreline to 4-8. Hope this time hit them with the all-too classic very quickly. Into the day side they go. No stopping. Just all around sprinting. Full A side control for LBOMBA, and this is, well, already looking like quite an impossible round to win. You lose the first member and now you lose the side for free without anything in return. Full A side on lockdown. 4 players from the same exact side. Cruel will be the first one to at least go for a little peek into that A side, but will he live to tell the tale? That is the biggest question that we're having right now. A refresh on the smoke coming through. A flashbang, good setup for Cruel. At least picks up the first, but Yum hiding behind the smoke is something that will pay him quite nicely. Yum finishing things off. LBOMBA up to 9. And again, a very dominant half from LBOMBA. It's literally a bit of the same scenario from the previous map. I was all roulette. Yeah, a little bit of a tough one indeed. With Micah, they would have won. They would have won 12-0. What is this Yum hate? I find it funny, but what is this Yum hate? Or the Micah love. It's a way of seeing things. You and the entirety of LBOMBA going very aggressive. Yum with the dualies, not really getting any of the kills, but now it's down to a 2v2. I was about to say, as Wimbo is left standing in the 1v2 now. With that USPS, he has been quite good so far. And Army Potent, well, each cycling. They have actually peeking into that. It's the 4th. Oh, hold on. The 4th picked up by Myth Esports. +1, why is you playing? Oh, that's funny. If they're like re-watching the stream, or if like you would be rewatching the stream. I'd highly doubt that he would do. Oh my god, Fouls trying his hand at the taser, but it will not be working out this time. Bart spotting out Wumbo. Mac 10. Oh my god, wait, FSN. He threw that nade on top of the head of Wumbo. The man literally dunked it. Logan. Original Bart finishing things off with Esports. Quite an easy conversion round, at least going up to 5. Where is Micah? Well, everybody asks where is Micah, but nobody asks how is Micah. Ansel, second map was a 13-5 for LV. It's also not relevant. That's crazy. Madden very aggressive. With an early run boost through middle. Picks up the first, Fouls picks up a second. All of a sudden, with Esports, well, they now need to watch out. It's a push from Yoon with the XM, at least picking up one roller before being traded out, and that leaves FSN standing. So many players yet to find. As he does get tagged up through the smoke. Now needing to get active. Galil. And it work in his favor. His way back into a bit of a safer position. Wumbo goes down, and New Hope as well. All of a sudden, a 1v2. Something that he should be capable of winning. He decides to make his way back. That there's a possibility that CT player might have pushed into T. It's aggressive man and should hear all of this though. For the fact that Hassan is making his way closer and closer towards the B side. Big plant it is. Madden through the wall. You catch a timing here as Fouls is slowly but surely making his way closer and closer. And FSN wants to get aggressive and then now spotted. Position now known. Fouls at the back of it should be picking up a freebie. Here's this bomb plant come through. Spots the gun and yeah. Spray through the smoke. Spray through the smoke. Spray through the wall is all he needs. LBOMBA up to 10. Double digits acquired. Round number 16. Kicking off. Aggressive into middle we go. Actually, no. Mid Esports goes against it. Again, the run boost. Fouls. Oh, so close. Oh my god. We're seeing some shenanigans come through from LBOMBA. Wumbo. A very much solve angle. And in the best of Cruel. 3 players left standing from Mid Esports and they'll have to figure things out together. They're being flashed off of angles and they can't really hold on to things. Yoon goes aggressive with the XM again and this... Oh my god, why are shotguns working on this distance, bro? I mean, Potent losing his life. Original Bart. Hold the position very much known. You hope goes aggressive, at least loses his life. No, 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 that was almost a knife coming through. Madden making sure that that does not happen. Gets a little dink from Fouls in return. 11th now picked up. 2 more needed from LBOMBA to close things out. Zoom has gotten himself a taser. I do very much hope nobody dies to Zeus. They've got these boosts on lock, I do have to say. Into Madden they go though. Madden picks up the first. Only making sure that there's no real push behind it. Madden picks up a second, a third, and a fourth. Oh my god, Madden almost for the ace, but it's Wumbo stealing the ace. Now, in all honesty, I did expect this to be stolen because LBOMBA, they're not allowing themselves, they're not allowing each other to have anything. So Wumbo picking up that 5th is kind of expected. Match point acquired though for LBOMBA. They have themselves 7 chances. Close this one out. Alright, there's of course the full buy now coming through from Esports. They want to get aggressive, but Smoke at least getting rid of the molly. But guess what? Fouls has made his way into the smoke, and this one might go unnoticed. Madden hiding in the smoke with him. Oh, they're both hiding in the smoke with the taser. Oh no, they want to... Oh no, no, no. This one's a little bit toxic, guys. This one's a little bit toxic. Fouls tries his hand at the taser as well, but cannot win it. And this one's deserved. You know what? You know what this one's deserved? 2 players hiding in the smoke with a taser. This one is deserved. Myth Esports picking up another one, bringing it up to 6. Luke. And his handed a little bit of mid control, but already gets flashed off. Not much space taken. Doom actually himself another smoke to maybe push into middle, but actually does not go into it just yet. So for now, just chilling. Now it goes for a spray through it. Actually does not connect anything. I thought it should. Was already hiding in cover with the AWP. Misses the first shot. Now needs Molly to actually himself out of there. Pickup from Madden is there though. The first one picked up by FSN, and now wants to get aggressive over towards mid. A second one picked up, and almost a third Luke. Actually taking that one. Wimbo now a little bit of trouble as they're making their way into Donut. First one picked up. Second one. Oh, the spray is beautiful, but Bard is at least capable of getting a trade. New Hope now left standing in the 1v3. He is slowly but surely making his way down middle, but he doesn't know that Army Potent is still rotating over. New Hope actually having a chance here. Did hear the bomb plan come through. Peeks out. Original Bard. Ooh, too clean forward this time. Nice little tap to the dome of New Hope, and a 7th acquired. 5 more chances for LBOMBA to close this one out, but 5 more chances to, of course, bring this one back into overtime. The best of money situations for LBOMBA. Even with an AUG, players left, well, relegated towards the MP9s. A few of them with the Eagles. I do want to go for a run boost again. Fouls very close to the smoke. Let's get into it. I'm gonna push through though. There's 2 players literally staring at you, Fouls. If you wait in this one for a little bit too long, this one was actually trying to take all the aggression. I'll stick to his guns, waiting in there. The MP9, well, on range, not working out in his favor. 3v5 now as you set up with the AUG. At least picks up 1 or 2 Army Potent. Now needs to watch out because of some. Oh my god, the spray through. It actually works out beautifully for LBOMBA. Hume taking a bit of the action away. And then goes for an aggressive peek. Gives at least a little bit more info. And Hume, well, delivers 2 more to the tally. 3 kills to his name already. And 1 player left standing. That is FSN. Brought down to 41 as well. And that's you. Well, cleaning house. What a best of 3 from LBOMBA. What a dominant best of 3. As we unfortunately, well, have to say goodbye to Myth Esports as well. But that is, of course, the nature of a tourney. That is, of course, the nature of a tourney. Hold on. Why does this happen if I swap over? Sorry, guys. My cam, I do not know why it happens, but here we are. You'll have to deal with me a little bit as I'm trying to fix things here. There we go. Should be good enough. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to the top player hill. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Myth Esports and SupaFly because Lokale, Vuurwolven, and LBOMBA, they are moving up further into the bracket. Both of them have acquired themselves a semi-final spot. Lokale, Vuurwolven, honestly, a very close match against SupaFly on SupaFly's map pick, but then once they were headed towards their own map pick, that was just pure dominance as well. And then I think LBOMBA just, yeah, what can I say about that? That was just real domination, right? Definitely a team that could be a finals favorite because they are looking strong. They are looking strong, very strong. All right, guys, that was it for me. I will unfortunately be heading off already. This was my last time on the Benelux Premiere as a caster because we have other casters that still need to do their thing as well. So unfortunately, that was my last cast already for Benelux Premiere. Now, honestly, some of you might be sad, some of you might be happy to not hear my voice anymore. So, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, commiserations to Myth Esports and SupaFly. You guys played amazing. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you. But very well done, and congratulations to Lokale, Vuurwolven, and LBOMBA for making it into the semi-finals already. Sepe. Who do you want to see in the finals? Who do I want to see in the finals? I think LBOMBA. And I mean, I have to take LBOMBA just because of Wimbo and Yum as well, by the way, because like, come on, man, they're my boys. I have to see them in the finals, and I think Lokale Vuurwolven. I think I'll see Lokale Vuurwolven. Honestly, it could be Senshi as well. Could be Senshi as well. So I don't know. I think LBOMBA for sure, but we'll have to see who the other finalists are. All right. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. We'll see you all. Didn't even say Senshi first. I'm not casting for Senshi this time, so I don't have to feel obliged to say Senshi. Hold on. We'll see you guys again on March 29th. Actually, no, it might be 28th, right? Not getting paid anymore. Unlucky, bro. Unlucky. Unlucky. Are we... Wait, is it March 28th, 29th? Because normally it's March 29th, but I think we're actually playing Friday already because of ECA playoffs. So it's Friday, right? Yeah, I think it's Friday. Okay, so we'll see you all back on Friday with another caster. I won't say who it is just yet. You'll see when we get to it for another 2 best-of-3 quarterfinals. So banger it is going to be. All right, but that's going to be it. Like actually at this time. Thank you all for watching. Actually, no, it's not it. Because if I'm going to, I need to make sure that the ending screen is good this time. It is good this time. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. No technical issues this time. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. It was my last time today on the cast for the Benelux premiere. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you guys another time. Okay? Bye-bye. Have a good evening. And until Friday. Bye-bye. See you. Thank you, Wumbo. I love you too, buddy. I love you too. I love you, Wumbo. Bye-bye.